Hi, thank you for joining me. How beautiful is it up here? Oh, it's one of my favorite spots to come hiking in, and I thought I'll do a yoga video here so that you can enjoy the view just as much as I do. Um, so today's flow is going to be a very organic, smooth, gentle flow. It's for probably more beginner to intermediate. If you are a very, very beginner, just take care, take your time, and try not to do things that feel um, a bit undoable at this point. So, if you feel at any point that you need to go down into a child's pose or you need to just lay off a little bit, then please do so. All right, so let's begin. We're going to begin with our legs crossed. You can cross your ankles or you can have one foot in front of the other. We're going to rest our hands on either our knees or in our laps. And just take a deep breath in, shrugging your shoulders up towards your ears and sigh it out, releasing your shoulders back down. And again, deep breath in. And shrug your shoulder blades back and down your spine, gently closing your eyes. And just take the next few moments to bring yourself here to the mat, that inner space which holds an abundance of peace. And slowly begin to deepen your inhalations and lengthen your exhalations. Noticing how every time you exhale, your body relaxes that much more. And remembering throughout your practice, when your mind starts to wander, very gently bring your awareness back to your breathing. More deep breath in, sigh it out. Gently open. I'm just going to warm up the neck, looking down, trying to pull your shoulder blades down. And as you breathe in, looking up, keeping your shoulder blades pulling down, trying not to crunch the back of the neck. And as you breathe out, looking down. And breathing in, looking up, and breathing out, looking down. And breathing in back to center. And as you breathe out, gently letting your ear fall down to your shoulder. And on your next inhalation, bringing your head back up and breathing out as you drop your ear to the opposite shoulder. And on your next inhalation, bringing your head back up. As you breathe out, just a gentle twist to the opposite side, taking your hand to the outside of your thigh. You can look towards the back, but try not to overdo it. Deep breaths in and out. And on your next inhalation, coming back through center. And as you exhale, twisting to the opposite side. And on your next inhalation, coming back to center, placing your hands on your knees, taking a deep breath in as you gently arch your back forward, breathing out, curling the spine into a C shape, coming off your tailbone, breathing in, coming forwards, and breathing out, coming back off the sitting bones. Keep doing this for a few rounds. You can close your eyes. Follow the movement with the breath. Make it feel good in your body. Just doing one more, forwards and backwards. And then coming back up. And from this position, starting to rotate your spine as if your spine is a spoon and your pelvis is a bowl. Just gently rotating your spine in one direction. There's no right or wrong way. Just make it feel good. And then rotating in the opposite direction. And coming back to center. And moving onto your knees in a tabletop position. So have your wrists underneath your shoulders. Your fingers are stretched out on the mat. Your knees are underneath your hips and your feet are untucked. And let's just take a few organic movements with your spine. So rotating your hips in a circular motion as if you're drawing a circle on the mat with your hips. You're going to start as small as you'd like, and then perhaps you'll gradually increase the movement, making it more organic, seeing if you can get into all the little nooks of your spine and your rib cage. You can let the head go, you can sit back on your heels, you can come quite forward, but just do what feels good for you. Everybody is different. And once you've rotated in the one direction a few times, you're going to swap directions, keeping it very fluid. And then coming back to center. So tucking in your toes, you're going to push back to a very bent downward facing dog. So I always like to do my first couple of downward facing dogs with really nice bent knees so that you can really start to stretch into the lower spine. And then pedaling your feet, releasing your calf muscles. Just giving your hamstrings, your calf muscles, and your back some time to ease into this asana. And then coming to a moment of stillness, still with your knees bent, drawing your chest towards your thighs. If you overextend your back, if you tend to do that, Draw your ribs cage closed. Draw your belly button towards your spine to flatten your back. And then into another organic movement. So we're going to wave forward. So stretching into your legs, you're going to come to a high plank with a really curved spine. You're going to bend your knees, arch your back, and come back into a bent downward facing dog. And we're going to keep doing this organic wave movement. Once again, close your eyes if that feels good for you, and go at your own pace. And just doing one more, coming back to your bent downward facing dog. You can perhaps start to stretch your legs a little bit, but don't be too concerned if your legs are still feeling quite stiff and you'd prefer to keep them bent. As you breathe in, you're going to bend your knees, walk your feet up to the top of the mat. Your feet will be hip width apart, and just dangle for a moment in Uttanasana, allowing your head to completely hang. We're trying to decompress the spine here. And just sigh it out. And then if you'd like, you can hold each opposite elbow with your hands, just to create a bit more weight. And if you'd like another organic movement, you can start to sway from side to side, bending slightly in the knees if that feels comfortable. And then coming back to center, releasing your hands and very gently, vertebrae by vertebrae, rolling up through the spine, allowing your head to stay heavy, your hands and arms to stay heavy, and coming all the way up, rolling your shoulder blades back a few times. And rolling them forwards. And then just staying for a moment in your Tadasana. Your feet can be hip width apart or together, whatever feels better for you. Roll your shoulder blades back down your spine, open up your hands, point your palms forward, and just take a moment to find the balance between your feet. So you can shift your weight from side to side or forwards and backwards, and see if you can find that sweet spot where all four corners of your feet are touching the earth. And then see if you can lift those insoles while keeping all four corners of your feet grounded down. And drawing your energy down into the ground and feeling that energy coming out of your skull, out of your crown of your head, growing taller and taller. And once you feel that nice length in your body, that nice grounding, you can gently blink your eyes open. Take a deep breath in, extending your arms up to the sky, palms touching. As you breathe out, swan dive all the way down. Hands flat on the mat, bend your knees if you must. And then into Ardha Uttanasana, flat back. Take a moment here for a dynamic movement. So we're going to stay in your Ardha Uttanasana for a second. Draw your shoulder blades back along the spine, opening up your chest. Draw your belly button towards your spine. And once you feel a really nice flat back, take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, curling your spine, folding over in Uttanasana. And let's do that again. If you need to take your hands to your shins, that's also absolutely fine. Breathing out, curling your spine in Uttanasana. Breathing in, Ardha Uttanasana. Breathing out, curling around. One more time. Breathing in. And breathing out, curling down. Breathe into Ardha Uttanasana. have your hands flat on the mat and step yourself back to your plank position. And just stay here in your plank position for a moment. Draw the weight out of your shoulders, out of your wrists, and draw your heels back. So you're trying to take the weight off of those wrists. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, lower as slowly as you can down to the mat. You can place your knees on the mat first if that feels better for you. And taking a deep breath in to a baby cobra. And just hold it here for a moment. Draw your pinky toes down onto the mat. Take one more deep breath in. And as you breathe out, release down. Breathing in, hands by your rib cage, push up to your tabletop position. Tuck in your toes and press back to a downward facing dog. Take one breath here. On your next inhalation, you're going to lift your right leg straight up in three-legged dog. Keep your hip down, your toes pointing to the earth, and hold it here for a moment. Deep breath in and out. One more deep breath in. And as you breathe out, tuck that knee into your chest and step your foot all the way through into a low lunge. Release your back foot. Take a deep breath and extend your arms up at your side. Deep breath in and out. One more deep breath in. And as you breathe out, take your hands back down to the mat. Leave your left hand on the mat and extend your right arm up towards the sky in a twist. Take one more deep breath in. And as you breathe out, take your right hand down to the outside of your right foot. Tuck your back toes, step back to your plank position. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, either knees down or all the way on a chaturanga. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your feet. Take a deep breath in. Gentle cobra. Just staying here for a moment. Bit baby toes, pinky toes on the ground. Take one more deep breath in. And as you breathe out, release the cobra. And tuck your toes, push back to tabletop. And into your Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take one deep breath in and out. As you breathe in, lifting your left leg, three-legged dog. Keep your hip down, toes pointing down. And hold. One more deep breath in. And as you breathe out, tuck your knee right into your chest. Step it all the way through. Place your right knee down, untuck your toes, and lift your arms low. Lunge. Couple of breaths. One more deep breath in. And as you breathe out, both hands down, keeping your right hand on the mat, left arm extends up into a twist. Take one more deep breath in. And as you breathe out, releasing that hand back down, tucking in your toes, step back to your plank position. Hold it here for a moment. Now you can go through your chaturanga and into upward facing dog, or you can go through the same one that we've done, going through cobra. So breathing out, chaturanga, breathing in, upward facing dog, and breathing out, using your abdominals to bring yourself back to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in here and out. On your next inhalation, opening up your hip as you lift up to three-legged dog. And just staying here for a moment. Deep breath in and out. One more deep breath in and out. So take a deep breath in. Now as you breathe out, you're going to bring your right knee to the outside of your right elbow. into a high plank. Breathing in back to your open three-legged dog. Breathing out, plank. Breathing in, three-legged dog. Breathing out, plank. Last one. All the way up. As you breathe out, bring your knee to the outside of that elbow. Hold it for a moment. And then step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Turn that right foot out. And let's push your pelvis down in a lizard. You can either keep your hands and arms, hands on the mat, arms straight, or if you'd like, you can put your elbows down onto the ground. And just stay here for a moment. And take one more deep breath in and out. And on your next inhalation, coming back up, bringing your foot a little bit closer in, but still making sure you're not in a tightrope. Taking a deep breath in and extending your body up to crescent pose. Draw your heel down, bend into the front knee, and make sure that you draw your belly button towards your spine so that you don't crunch down in your lower spine. Deep breath. Take one more deep breath in. And as you breathe out, hands to prayer position, hinge your back forward. Once your back is hinged forward, you're going to twist the body. Take your left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. And if it's available to you, you can look towards the back body. Take one more deep breath in and out. Breathing in, coming back through your crescent. And as you breathe out, hands on the mat, step back to your plank position. Go through your Vinyasa, yogi's choice. If you need to put your knees on the mat, you can do that. If you want to go through your chaturanga, you can do that. And if at any time you need a child's pose, you can also do that. Take a deep breath in and out. On your next inhalation, extending your left leg up and opening up the hip, keeping that leg straight. A couple of deep breaths in and out. Take one more deep breath in. As you breathe out, bending that left knee, taking it to the outside of the left elbow in a high plank. Breathing in, extending it up. Breathing out, coming forward. Breathing in, extending it up. Breathing out, coming forward. Breathing in, extending up. Last time. Breathing out, high plank. Breathing in, extending it up. Breathing out, bringing your elbow to the outside of your knee to the outside of the elbow, and then stepping that left foot to the outside of your left hand, turning that left foot out, and coming forward into lizard, either keeping your arms straight and just working that pelvis down, or taking your elbows down to the ground and pushing further down. Take another deep breath in and out. And on your next inhalation, bringing yourself back up, walking that left foot slightly in to set up for your crescent pose. Take a deep breath in, extending your arms up. Relax your shoulder blades, draw that back heel down, bend into your front knee. Take a deep breath in and out. one more deep breath in. As you breathe out, hands to prayer position. Hinge your body forward first, then twist towards the left hand side, taking your right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. And if it's available to you, you can look towards the back. Taking one more deep breath in and out. On your next inhalation, coming back up to your crescent. Take one deep breath. And as you breathe out, hands back down to the floor, back to plank. And yogi's choice through your vinyasa or a child's pose. Whatever feels better in your body today. And once you're in your downward facing dog, just taking one deep breath in, sighing it out. And then looking forward, walking your feet forward and setting up for your malasana, your squat. So your feet are as wide as your mat. They're turned out. You're going to gently sit back down. If your heels lift off the ground, you can place a folded up mat or blanket underneath your heels, or you can sit on a block. Once you're in your malasana, your hands go to prayer position. Your elbows push on your inner thighs to open up your inner thighs and open up your chest. Think of your chest really lifting as you're drawing your tailbone down towards the ground. And if you can, close your eyes and just take a few deep breaths in and out. And take one more deep breath in. And as you breathe out, release your head, release your hands in a sign of offering with your palms up. Just relax for a moment. Deep breath in, sigh it out. And then gently making your way down to the mat. Bringing your feet together. Just a quick Navasana. So taking your hands underneath your thighs, lifting your shins parallel to the ground. Now the most important thing in your Navasana is to keep your back as straight as possible. So open up your chest, really get your back as straight as possible. And once you've found that position, then release your arms if that's available to you. And if you'd like more of a challenge, you can stretch your legs, you can take your arms up, but just do whatever is comfortable for you today. Big deep breaths. Opening up the chest. One more deep breath in. And as you breathe out, gently bringing your legs down, curling your spine to relax it. And then gently putting your feet flat on the ground and slowly rolling onto your back. And just taking a moment, tucking in your knees, hugging them into your chest. Big breath in and out. On your next exhalation, you're going to extend your left leg along the mat, holding onto your right knee. Squeeze that right knee into the side body more than the actual chest. And then taking your left hand to the outside of your right knee, your right arm will go shoulder level onto the mat. You can turn your palm Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, draw that right knee across the body in a twist. And if it's available to you, you can look over your right shoulder. And big, deep breaths as we start to wind down. One more deep breath in and out. And on your next inhalation, bringing that knee back up. Squeezing it in as you bring your other knee back in to your chest. Hug your knees in for a moment. And then releasing that right leg down onto the mat. Taking that left knee more to the side of your chest. And then taking your right hand to the outside of that left knee, left arm extended at shoulder level on the ground. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, draw that left knee across the body in a twist. And then looking over your left shoulder. And take one more deep breath in and out. On your next inhalation, bringing that knee back up. Hugging your knees into your chest. Bringing the soles of your feet together, holding on the outside of your feet. If that's not available to you, you can hold onto your ankles and then draw your heels down towards your groin area as you open up your knees as much as possible. Try to keep your shoulders down on the ground, chest open. Take one more deep breath in and out. And the final asana, just into a happy baby. Hold on to the outsides of the soles of your feet with your feet flexed and draw your knees down towards the ground. Make sure to keep your tailbone drawing down towards the mat. Relax your shoulders. One more deep breath in and out. And then releasing. Having one more tight squeeze of your knees. Bringing your head up towards your knees to squeeze yourself into a tight little ball. And then gently releasing your head, making sure your chin stays tucked in to lengthen the back of your neck. And releasing one leg down onto the mat at a time. Your feet are wider than hip width apart, relaxedly falling out to the sides. Your arms are away from the body, palms facing up. And take one more deep breath in and sigh it out. And if you'd like, you can scrunch your hands and your feet and your whole face. Make yourself tight. And then release. And relax down in Shavasana for the next couple of minutes. Very gently begin to back. Try to stay in Shavasana for a little bit longer. You're welcome. Come back. You can gently start to bring some movement to your ears and your toes. You can start to deepen your breathing. And if you'd like, you can have a yawn and a stretch. And if it's available to you, without disturbing your peace, bending your knees, you can gently roll over onto your most comfortable side. And then very gently bring yourself up to a comfortable seated position. And just resting your hands in your lap, taking a moment, feeling. Hands to your heart, prayer position. Lowering your mind down to your heart. May we be at peace. May our hearts remain open. May we know the beauty of our own true nature. May we be healed, and may we be a source of healing in this world. Namaste.